You must be my new staff. New staff day. I'm so excited. I love days where we get a new staff member on the team at the school. My name is Connie. I am the new staff liaison, among many other things. I wear many hats here at the school. I work for the elementary school, I work for the middle school, I work for the high school as well. Yes, and I'm the new staff liaison, and you are new staff. We are so excited to have you on. We really needed the help in the kindergarten classrooms. We're gonna have to keep it down. I've got some students taking some tests in the office on either side of us, but I'm gonna get you situated. I'm gonna get you everything that you need, honey, and you'll be set on your way, and I'll give you the rundown. And don't worry, I'm not gonna send you into the classroom too soon. We've got quite a bit of information to go through, darling, all right? Okay, let's get started with probably the most important thing that I'm going to give you today. This is your new staff ID. You need to have this on hand at all times. A lot of people wear them on a lanyard. I personally like to keep mine in my pocket. I'm just not a big lanyard girl. I like my necklaces to shine, and everybody knows who I am around here. But new to security and things of that nature, you are going to need to have your new staff ID on you at all times. And this does have some information for you in terms of logging in, setting up your Go Puff account. This card has a lot of information that you're going to need to set up your GoGo Teach account and your iTeach account and your TeachMeet account. There's a lot of accounts that you're going to need to set up to be on the network with everyone. So you're going to need the numbers on your ID for that, and also to log in to the porthole, of course. So there's that. Are you ready to hold on to this? It's a big responsibility. Okay, I trust you. Next, we've got your fob. You're gonna need your fob to get in and out of the building, really anywhere in and out of the building. If you're going out on the southbound side, you need the fob. If you're going out on the eastbound side, you need the fob. If you're going out through the elementary school doors, you need the fob. Yeah, there's not a place on this campus you don't need the fob to at least get back in. We try to have it locked down to where you need a fob to exit as well. Just in terms of runners, we've got some runners, got some track stars here at the school, you know what I mean. You know, they come in every age bracket. You've got kids who run. You've got kids who see an authority figure and they run. And it's not that I can't relate. You know, there's times where I see Principal McKay and I say, get me out of here. I'm just kidding. Principal McKay's a lovely man. Handsome too, but taken. Not by me. I have a lovely husband. His name is Paul. Maybe one day you'll meet him if you stick around, you know. I don't know. Some people are in here for a short time. Some people like myself tend to stick around. But this is your fob. I do have to inform you that if you lose your fob, there is I want to say $450 replacement fee. Is it $450? No, it's $45. A $45 replacement fee if you are to lose the fob. So that can be a hassle, a pain in the butt. Where did I get $450 from? If you lose 2 fobs, the second fob is $450. Okay, I knew I didn't pull that out of nowhere. Are you ready? Okay. Good. Logging in. You need to log in every morning. When you entered, where did you enter from? Okay. So there's one of these boxes on the southbound side, on the north side, on the east side, the west side. From an aerial view, the school is shaped like a cross. It's not entirely coincidental. There's some meddling of church and state that happens in North Carolina, you understand. Regardless, there's each section divided as such. There's one of these boxes for each section, and they're for staff only. And they are very advanced technology. They scan your pass. Do you still have your pass? May I? Right. They scan your pass, your ID, your teaching ID, and it registers that you're there for that day. You have to do that or you're not going to get paid, or it's just going to be an uphill battle to get paid. You know, a lot of times if kids are misbehaving, we will threaten to go look at the cameras. We'll say, oh, I'm going to go check the camera, see if that really happened. There aren't as many cameras as we would lead to believe, and so what we would have to do is we would have to verify with some eyewitness accounts that you were there the day that you claimed to have worked, and it would just be just scan the pass, scan your ID card every time you come in at one of the 4 boxes. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna email you some important documents one at a time. I'll tell you what I'm emailing you. Now your email for the school is just gonna be the first initial of your first name and your last name at, and then the name of the school, .com, C-O-M. What's she asking about? Hold on, what is... Miss Sharkey asking about? Okay. We need 18 more feet of that. I thought I told. Give me 1 second. Hey, Miss Adeline. Yeah, I'm just calling check in. Did you give that that fancy paper to Miss Sharkey? That 18 inches of fancy paper to Miss Sharkey? Right. We did. I remember that now. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Well, I'll just tell her we're missing. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see. You're going to get the employee handbook. Read it. Read the whole thing, then read it again. You know, keep it at your bedside. Here's the thing, and here's the honest truth, right? It's slow reading, it's dry reading, but you're gonna want to read through it because superintendent, principal, everyone's gonna expect you to know all these things that you don't have any way of knowing besides reading the employee handbook. Some of these people just know these things because, you know, they're dinosaurs like myself. They've been here forever. But the only way you would know them is by reading the employee handbook. It's a solid 70, 68 pages, somewhere around there. I'm just going to go over a few points in the employee handbook with you. The main points. Give you the cliff notes. Okay. Dress code. In terms of dress code, you look fine. You look great. You look fabulous today. I'm sure you're not going to have any trouble with it. You know, just nothing too low cut. You're going to be bending over and, you know, picking up squealing little kindergartners, or I don't know if you're allowed to pick them up actually. Don't pick them up unless you have to. But regardless, you are going to be bending over to help the kindergartners and such. So you're just going to want something that doesn't get uncomfortable, come down all the time. In terms of pants, we do have to wear them. Have to be a structured pant or a skirt or a dress. Just, you know, not leggings. Even on Casual Friday, I wouldn't wear leggings if I were you. Just because with how active this school is, you never know when you're gonna get a big rip. You know, you think you're wearing a sturdy pair of leggings to field day, and all of a sudden you bend over to get an egg for that egg race, and your entire rear end is just exposed to every student in the 3rd grade. That was 25 years ago, so they are all grown and out of here. I was kind of a pioneer in terms of leggings. I wore them a lot earlier than a lot of other people. Okay, so yeah, that's the dress code. Okay. You can park in the C lot, which is next to the B lot, and close to the D lot as well. There's some preferred staff parking. You have to be tenured to get that. It's just based off of seniority, but don't worry. My spot, I'm gonna say, hey, give it to the new kid when I die. Yeah. Okay. No smoking on the premises. No smoking in the classroom especially. Don't bring your dog here. Don't bring your boyfriend here. Your spouse can come by. But for the most part, not during the school day. Look, there's some people that they'll go out with their spouse during the school day. Comes across desperate to me, you know. But that's just my opinion. And I'm always giving my opinion. No one asked. I'm always giving it. Okay. What is he pinging me about? No. One second. Mike, are you aware that I swap duties? Are you aware that I swap duties? I'm not going to be on lunch duty or recess duty at all today because I got a new staff. Yep, well, I did tell you. Okay, bye. Pardon that. You get a 30-minute lunch every day, which isn't nearly enough. Trust me, I know. That's what you get, though. There's a few restaurants kind of close. There's Brigham Young's Bus Boys. I'm gonna send you a copy of the schedule, the calendar. We've got a lot of events throughout the school year. This is gonna be a clickable calendar. There's a few sign-up lists. You have to do, you have to do 2 outside of school hour events every school year. So we're in October now. So just any type of event, you know. Let's see, coming up, there's the trunk or treat. You could work the trunk or treat. I'm sure the kindergartners would love to see you there. And that is one of our extra long events. So on the negative, it's a longer event. On the positive, it counts as 2 events for the school year, and you only have to do it one day. And you know, you dress up and all of that. My babies. I've been meaning to put these away anyway. My expos, I'm constantly writing things down on a whiteboard. You being in Kindie, you're gonna write so many things on a whiteboard. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Okay, so I sent you the schedule, loads of events on there to look at. Again, you are in the kindergarten, so you're welcome to work an event for the middle or the high school, but you do not need to feel obligated to ever interact with them. And you can just ignore all of those events. Okay, sending you the calendar. Okay. I've sent you the list of registration links. There's about 1 million things to register for. Just trek your way through it over the next couple of weeks. Make sure it's into me by, let's say, end of October. This is the attendance binder. It's our gospel. Just kidding. But I do need the attendance into the attendance binder by 9:30 a.m. We do still require a physical copy just because, you know, we don't have the world's best Wi-Fi. It's spotty. And we need to have that physical copy. Kids get a huge kick out of coming down and delivering the attendance. You just have to be kind of weary of what child you trust with it. Some children will deliver that attendance. Some children will wander away and fall down the toilet. Have to get fished out. I have done that time or two, but your classroom's right around the corner, so they shouldn't get too wildly lost. Yeah, so put that attendance, once you do locate it, once you do send it down here in the attendance binder. The children know what the attendance binder is. It's got a reputation around here, so don't worry too much about that. It'll get done. And you're helping out with Miss Christie's class, and that's a pleasure. She's delightful, she really is. And yeah, I think that's it for the official business. If you don't mind, I might give you a little informal rundown of the school. Okay, so like I mentioned before, school's in this shape, similar to this. Here we are in this little crook of the skull. Your classroom's gonna be right here. Okay, and that's classroom 1D. And now there's a set of stairs here. There's a set of stairs there. There's a set of stairs there. There's a set of stairs there. There's several more floors. You go up to the next floor. You've got one more floor of kindergarten, not kindergarten, one more floor of elementary. I believe we're all K through 2 on the bottom floor, and upstairs we are 3 through 5. And then you go up one more floor. That's the middle school. And then the top floor, 4th floor, is the high school. Okay? So you've got somebody across the way from you right here. This is Mrs. Bucker. You're going to want to avoid her before 10 a.m. She is testy in the mornings. She feels overwhelmed. And she snaps at the kids. She'll snap at you too. So I would not approach her for anything before 10 a.m. If you're looking for her best mood, that's going to be between 2 p.m. and 3:15. Now, I would not try to get her after 4 because she's out of here. Zippity doo dah, if you know what I mean. Okay. Then, next to you in this classroom is Mrs. Keratin. She is overall quite lovely, but she is kind of, she's a bit forgetful, okay? So if you've asked Mrs. Keratin, for something and she hasn't done that thing for you, it's safe to assume she's forgotten, because she will either do something incredibly promptly or she'll forget about it entirely within the first couple of minutes of you talking to her. She's just go like that. Okay, then over here you've got Mr. Tonsil's class. Mr. Tonsil is an elderly gentleman. He teaches 2nd grade. He has an assistant as well. Normally we don't give assistants to the 2nd grade teachers. They stop at kindergarten. But Mr. Tonsil is just kind of slow. We have to have someone to be on the ground with them. Used to be such a fabulous teacher in his heyday. Is still a fabulous teacher in theory. In practice, Mr. Tonsil's 85. It's time to retire. You did not hear that from me. Okay, and then over here, we've got the library. I'll tell you what, there's no one sweeter in the entire world than our librarian. You need some quiet time, go to the library. Her name is Mrs. H. Stands for Hush, Mrs. Hush. She's just delightful. And pretty. She's very pretty. Okay. And then over here, we've got Mr. Squirrely. Mr. Squirrely takes himself way too seriously. Acts like 1st grade is military. He's not mean to the kids. He's just like so serious, so stringent. They respect it. They respond to it. But basically, don't engage it too much or he'll really lay it on thick. You know what I mean? Like if you see something, you see one of his kids doing something great, outstanding, whatever, compliment the kid, but don't compliment him, because it goes straight to his head. This is his head, it goes straight to it. You know what I mean? None of the teachers here are bad. Everyone's kind, nice, for the most part. People can be testy. People can be stuck in their ways. People can have cliques. Just like any other environment, my biggest advice to you is to lay back and take it all in for a bit, and to not make too many comments. If this is your first time in a public school, which based on what I saw from your resume, it is, there are some things that can be surprising about how the public school system works. There are some things that seem laborious and tedious. Have you seen the show Abbott Elementary? It's a great show. I could not be a bigger Quinta Brunson fan. And she really nails it when it comes to like, it can be really easy to be overeager at the beginning and see something and be like, hey, oh my God, did anyone notice how inefficient this is? Yeah, we've noticed, we've complained, you know. So just lay back, sit back for many months and take in the environment and suss people out, and don't assume anyone's your friend until you've made sure that they're your friend. I'm your friend. I hope you can trust me, but I don't expect you to. I'm making it sound like it's cutthroat out there, and it's not. It's just the women here, everyone here, the men, everyone, not just women and men, in my opinion, are stressed. Everyone's stressed, okay? So just give everyone a little bit of a break. People get wrapped up in their own thing, but at the end of the day, we're all here because we're a bunch of goofballs looking for something fulfilling out of life, you know. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get you going, get you started up, introduce you to Miss Christie, all that. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. You've got this.